Hello, hello. What's up? Sorry, don't know what that is, but I'm genuinely curious. How are you, folks listening to Borderline Podcast Disorder? Hope you're good. Hope you had a nice week. I know it's a tiny little change now that this week's episode is coming out on a Tuesday. I'm just trying stuff out, because of my other commitments outside of podcasts. I think it's easier for me to edit this on a Monday than it is on a Sunday. So that's the reason why it's coming out on a Tuesday this week. But yeah, let's see how it goes. I hope it goes okay. You know. Anyway, it's been a interesting week. I've done a lot of work. I've still got to work a lot on check the facts. That's something that my therapist is told me now for 2 weeks on, and it's a bit annoying, sometimes because I thought I was good at it. I thought I was good at this skill, or not necessarily good, but good enough to not have to repeat my homework or like my assignment from the previous weeks. But it turns out there is some more work that I need to do, which it's fine. We will do it. But what else? What else? What else? That's therapy wise. That was it. It was a lot of like check the facts. I think the last hour we spent together, we just talked about just like one incident that happened during the week, and it took up the whole hour because of how much there was to unpack about the said event. While ever since it's been a very busy week. I've been doing stuff on my day job, and then I've been gigging a bit. And what else have I done? I feel like I was always doing something. I think this is the first time I have off now after a couple of weeks. It's not off, but to myself. It's probably tonight, as in the night before this gets released. So I didn't really have a lot of time to think about what's happening with me. I got a bit annoyed yesterday because I didn't get to run as much as, or like, I didn't get to do as much sport as I wanted to. However, today I'm going to basically get my induction at a local golf club. It's just very close to my house, and I wanted to join. So I'm just gonna check it out today, and that's exciting. Besides of that, I'm looking forward to events in the next couple of weeks because I've got a lot of competitions, comedy competitions for like new comedian, new act of the year, and things like that, which I hope are gonna go well. But I'm also a bit nervous because I don't want to be too excited and then not do well, and then my heart is broken and shattered in a million pieces. So gotta be careful about that. But yeah, that's what's happening. Moving on. Um, Even if my heart gets broken, though, I'm only about 2 weeks away from bringing Pickle home, which is our addition to the family, our cat. And yeah, if I get my heart broken, it's fine because I'm genuinely so excited to look after him and to give him so much love and attention and everything. So yeah, that's gonna be beautiful, I think. Anyway, in today's episode, I've got one of my closest friends. I sound surprised, but he is one of my closest friends. We used to live together for a few for a period of time, and yeah, I'm very grateful to him as a person. He's been a huge he's been brilliant to have in my life. He's been great to me, and he's just a wonderful guy, and he's a father now, and that's what we talked about. We talked about his parenting, or not just his parenting, but about him, how him and his partner are working together, um, and still being a part of the community that they built around where they live now, but then also obviously doing their work, and yeah, just how he works out everything, or like how they work out everything. And it was quite beautiful, it was quite impressive. It's yeah, it was just a nice chat, and I honestly hope you enjoy it. And yeah, I'll leave you to it then. Thank you, and we'll catch up later. Bye. Hello, Dave. How's it going?
Hello, Livio. All good. How are you?
Not too bad. How's your weekend?
Oh, weekend was good. Family and all that stuff. So, like busy weekend, but it's what you get when you get a family.
Nice. But I heard you had some exciting news about the climbing gym nearby. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
and like in our hometown, when I moved back, we were traveling because my hometown is very small. Humpolet is in Czech Republic. For those who don't know, the Humpolet is a really small town, but we have a great brewery. Maybe you know the beer, Bernard. Maybe I think there's some pubs in the UK who have Bernard on draft, and we are very small. So we don't have a climbing gym here, and we really wanted one, and now we are fighting for the climbing gym to be built. So that's that.
Nice, man. And obviously you've been climbing for a few years. I mean, I think almost the whole part of what? No, wait, 2018, 2019, right?
Yeah,
Around that
something like that.
time.
Yeah, we start
Yeah,
bouldering. Yeah,
and more recently you became a dad as well, just over a year ago.
yeah,
Is
a
it? Yeah.
year and 5 months now, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, a
in
year and five
September.
months. So how what's it like combining, the two?
Yeah, you need to make priorities, So a lot of people would be complaining, I have a kid now, I can't do the things. No, you can do everything you want, just need to prioritize the right things. So the time is very, very flexible, like very elastic. If you have like an issue at home, you always make it time to, for if your bathroom is flooded or electricity go like it gets broken, or your everything what goes in your life, you can make time for it. Same applies for when you have a kids. If you want to have a time for your kids, when you want to have a time for your hobbies, you can always make time for it. And with climbing and kids, it's it's easier because you can always take the kids to the climbing gym, and you and your partner can switch duties. I'm climbing and she is looking after Theodore, and then vice versa. So connecting these two parts of my life, climbing and being a father, is one of the easiest things.
And obviously,
Yeah.
you've been because, like you said, you went, you and your partner, you switch that up sometimes. But what it's like getting Theodore in a climbing gym, when you were saying, because I've seen actually pictures of him in the when before even he could walk, he was like in
Yeah.
the pram and everything. What was that like?
Yeah, most of the climbing gyms, they are designed for kids, so it's very easy to just let him be. Like one of the most important things for us, for me and Simona, is just let him be. If he wants to do that, he can. I really hate, taking kids to the shopping malls or even to the shopping just for the groceries, because the place is not for them. It's not for them like to stay in place and you need to behave this way. Like I prefer if my kid can just do whatever wants to do. So if Theodore wants to climb that or he touch that or if he wants to yell, okay, it's annoying for other people or other climbers maybe, but it's the climbing gym is for that. So I love taking him to climbing gym, and he really enjoys that. He doesn't care about. I don't care about the. I like to the certain point. Then he needs to respect others as well. We need to teach him that. But when it comes to climbing gym and the parts for the kids, in that climbing gym,
Yeah.
he can do whatever he wants to do. So we're really enjoying time in the climbing gym. Everyone, like me, Simona, and especially Theodore, he enjoys that.
And you've done a lot of like outdoors climbing as well as bouldering.
Yeah, we
Well,
around the Hump because I was born here in Humpolets. And we have a lot of bouldering around the Humpolets. I didn't know that when I was young. I was playing football. Now I came back, and one of my best mates, Martin, he showed me the places around the Humpolets, and we have amazing boulder. We even Adamondra. Adamondra is the one. Like for
yeah.
those who don't know Adamondra, he's the best climber in the world. He's a legend. He was climbing around the Humboldt as well in Bansky. He's got some Instagram stories where he is climbing in Humboldt. When he's just passing by, I'm not sure, maybe from Prague to Brno, he stopped by and did some boulders here as well. So yeah, that was cool.
What was it like then? Because obviously you started climbing in the gyms in England. You moved back to Czech Republic, to Czechia a couple of years ago. And yeah, what was the transition, going back like?
I think the biggest difference between climbing gyms in the UK and the Czech Republic is the safety. Like in Czech Republic, it's horrible. The safety precautions for everyone who wants to who wants to die and wants to die, you can just climbing gym in Czech Republic. In UK, they don't allow you. When we start bouldering together, right in the UK, so you
Yeah.
need to sign up for some papers, see some educational videos and stuff like that before. So it takes like at least 45 minutes before you can actually get in the gym. So you need to show them that you know the rules and all that stuff. Here in Czech Republic, you sign up the paper where you actually agree if something happens to you, if you die during your time in the climbing gym, they are not responsible for it at all. So there's many cases in Czech Republic. There's many reported cases when people fell like it's. I'm not sure what are the numbers are because obviously climbing gyms they don't show them publicly. They don't like, hey, people died here. Oh, come to our climbing gym. So, so I don't know the numbers, but I would be confident enough to say it's like twice a month people have an accident on the wall. And in the UK, when I try to join the climbing gym with the lead wall, that means you need to, use the rope and clip in, and so you are like 10 meters high, and when you fall, you die. They didn't allow me because I didn't know how the climbing methods, like I didn't know how to tie the figure of eight, which is the like basic climbing knot, and they didn't allow me to the gym, which makes sense. If you don't know how to if you don't know how to climb, you don't go to the climbing gym. So, like you can go to climbing by all means, but you get an instructor who will show you how to do it. In Czech Republic, no. If you want to die, sign up the paper and go climb and do whatever you want. That's how it works. I think for the climb, it wasn't that bad, but with the climbing is getting really popular everywhere. Boulder you can see on Instagram stories, and there's many people who climb now, and more people means more area to for these
Yeah, more
accidents to
risks as
happen.
well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the biggest, I think, in like in a nutshell, biggest difference between climbing in the UK and climbing in Czech Republic. Safety is like the Czech people or the Czech, lawmakers don't fucking care about if people die on the wall. So yeah.
That's mad. Yeah, because I remember, a few years ago, when we were having a catch up, you were telling me about the young kid um, who died on the wall because the people going like before him to secure the what do you call those?
Yeah, the quick draw. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't basically do it, or like didn't go well.
It was
And
actually in 2013 there was a accident when 13-year-old boy went outside climbing outdoors with his I think it was his instructor, or like he was, I think, semi-pro, so he was his coach and his mother, tied up incorrectly the quick draws in a bad manner. Like she's done it completely wrong. He used them anyways, so he didn't check them. Even though he's 13-year-old boy, he should have the responsibility to check it as well, and the coach as well. So when you climb, the best practice is everyone who is involved in the climb is your belayer, you as a climber. You should check gear as well as the knots, everything before you start climbing. And nothing of that, nothing. I'm not sure what happened, but the fail was that he climbed all the way to the top, and all the 13 or I don't know how many quick draws they used, they failed, and he fell on the ground to death. So he died. So that was
how many?
that was
Oh, that's
yeah.
that's rough, man. But how many was the gap between the quick draw?
Like it varies. Like sports routes, which are like traditional and the most popular routes when you climb, it's like 2 meters on average, I think. When you climb in Adrischbach, which is one of the craziest sandstones in the world, not just in Czech Republic. People who come to the Czech Republic outside of the world, and they coming to the Czech sandstone in Adrischbach, it's crazy. It's almost like you climbing without the rope, because the first quick draw you can like first bolt in a rock is like 10 meters high. I'm not even joking. It's like
wow.
So if you don't clip the first one, you die basically. And there's over the summer I've heard so many accidents about this. Yeah. That people had accidents because they didn't clip the first quick draw.
What it's like? Because I know you travel around to climb. Or do you do it as much now with Theodore around, or was it before Theodore was born that you were kind of like driving around your area for new locations, or like try different locations? Do you still do that now?
Yeah, we went to before Theodore, we stayed kind of local, and we went to like few places in Czech Republic. But with Theodore, when he was almost a year, so last year we went to Austria and to Italy, and we did some climbing as well. Thanks to my sister, because she joined us as well. So it was me, Simona, and Theodore, and my sister. And our dog. We went to Austria and we did a lot of climbing there. So it was cool. We climbed around, not on the rock in Austria. We just stayed indoors because of the weather. But when we got to Italy, to Arco, we were camping right behind the local climbing area. We did a lot of outdoor climbing there. It was cool, yeah. I think it was manageable because, again, you need to prioritize your time and, respect your partner. So I did some like babysitting. She and my sister went climbing, then I went climbing. So it's all about mutual respect and yeah, you need to prioritize the time. So it wasn't like having a child. It's not limiting if you want to, but you need to put the time. You need to invest in your like that's one of the like another important things. You need to invest in your health. So you need to look after yourself. You need to eat good. You need to sleep well. You need to drink well. So and I've heard you that you stopped drinking. So it's one of the and I don't drink like for 5 years now. I got drunk like 3 times during that year, and now past 2 years I didn't even have a sip of the alcohol. So that's one of the most beneficial thing what happened to me, that I stopped drinking because I have time and energy and to look after the other, as well as make time for um, go I can go climbing because I'm not hungover or I'm not tired, so I can
You know,
wake up at 6 and look after him, and then at 10 o'clock I can go climbing and doing this back and forth.
you were saying something really interesting earlier about the, making time to sleep and to rest up. What's it like to then again be an active, individual and a new dad, and like how do you make the time to, or like what was it like for you, um,
Yeah,
sleeping pattern wise? How did you make that work?
I'm kind of lucky that I don't need to sleep that much. You know me. You know me that I don't sleep that much. But I also do the shift work as well. So I have 3 shifts. I do night shifts as well, late shift and early shift. So that's kind of difficult as well. But again, I don't. If I would be drinking like at least even one day a week, it would kill me off. It would kill me off. So again, I think it's for just to answer your question, it's all good. It's manageable. It's some at some points in the week I feel tired, but if you when I for example if I spend some time with Theodore, again it makes me happy because he's a goodie. If I go climbing, it energizes me up as well. All those things, like what other people think that it takes the energy away from me, I think of them like they give me energy to do another thing. So I spend like 2 3 hours with Theodore. Okay, at the end it might be exhausting because he might be tired as well. He wants to go sleep, so he cries a lot. But I've put him sleep or give him to Simona, or we can go for a walk, all of us, and makes him like better again. So it energizes me up. Then I will go climbing. I'm kind of tired from the babysitting and cooking and cleaning place around or helping Simona with errands. Again, I do that, and then I go. I know that I will go climbing, or I will go for play football or whatever. Do some of my hobbies, and again, it energizes me up. Physically, it may be draining, the climbing training and playing football or running, whatever. But that activity energizes me up. So yeah, so
Do you
it's
still use
100% manageable. Yeah.
Do you still use the boards at home for climbing training when you're not in the gym?
I built a like homemade hangboard for myself, but I really don't use it because I climb that much that I'm always tired to use that hangboard. So, so it was because initially, as back to your question, I thought it will be difficult before I become dad, because I thought I will have to spend so much time, looking after him and looking after Simona and looking after the house, whatever. It's not the case. I still have and I'm lucky enough to be with someone like Simona because she supports me in every way. I'm trying to support her as well in her uh, in her hobbies and what she does. So yeah. So I'm lucky in that sense that I got that support. So she knows that I really want to go climb, and as well she goes now we are pregnant again, so she doesn't go to the training that much. But before she got pregnant, she was going for runs. She wanted to do marathon as well. She trained for it, but she got sick for the race. But again, it helps a lot. It helps a lot to have a supportive partner. So it's one of the
Well,
most.
she wanted to do a marathon or a half marathon.
A marathon. She trained like she was training, and the most she ran was like 35K at once. But she did these little sessions like 10K, and a big run for before she so last run she did was 35K, and she did easily. Like she was not even cramping. I think she was just exhausted. But she wanted to do it, but on the race day, like 2 days before the race day, all of us in the house we got flu, and it was postponed after when we will have another baby. Maybe she will try. She will try again. I'm sure she will try.
I mean that sounds interesting, and it will be interesting to see her, progressing, getting back into shape for the marathon. To get the. But you were saying, so basically the way you. I guess because you and Simona, I've seen you loads before when you'd go like climbing together. Do you now have to take it on turns, or do you still manage to like make days out as a family? It's only when you're like, I guess, the climbing wall that one of you stays, around Theodore while the other one climbs, and back and forth. Is that how you do it?
Yeah, for now, because he's too little to be just on his own, so we have to take turns. But we go as a family trip, so we go, for example, example of the ideal, our perfect day or perfect weekend. In the morning, we just pack up and go to the climbing gym. Then we take turns. So even now, she's like 5 months pregnant, and she still climbs a little bit. Not as like she doesn't push it that hard, as she wouldn't be pregnant, but she climbs for a bit, then she looks after Theodore. I climb for a bit, and again, we switch, and then we go for a meal. Ideally now, your desire when you have a baby to have a restaurant with a baby corner. If a restaurant has a baby corner, the playroom, that's perfect. That's perfect for us, yeah. So
what's it like, traveling with Theodore? Like, when does he get like, car sick, or like, because you were saying before, where obviously sometimes you go out and you do stuff, and then he gets tired and he wants to sleep. Can he sleep like on the commute? When you go climbing and when you come back home and things like that.
Yeah, that's all about planning. So you need to really plan it well. You need to plan it well. So in the morning, every kid, every human being is different, So some kids they wake up at 9. Some kids they wake up at 10, whatever. Our Theodore, he wakes up at 5 a.m. On average 5:30 a.m. Like on the good days when he has a late night, which means for him late it means 9 o'clock in the evening. That's a late night for him. So he wakes up at 7. That's the latest he wakes up. You know that you will be but that happens once a month that he wakes up at 7. But on average it's like 5:30. So we have a day, 5:30. We start the day. Simona, she's just running around, doing all that. I'm just chilling, and then we plan for travel. So that day we go climbing. We try to plan on his sleep, the commute. So we would go like at 11. That's when he has his nappy. he has a nap, and then we arrive at the climbing gym, and he wakes up just on time most of the time, and yeah. So I think, yeah, go on.
No, you go.
Yeah, just back to that point, it's just all about planning. So if you get used to the kid and his habits, you start planning according to that, yeah, to make it most convenient. Sometimes it doesn't go that well, sometimes especially at the beginning, because you don't know what to expect from the, baby. So we had a few like, crazy rides with him that he cried like most of the journey, but now he's just completely fine. He just either sleeps through it, or he's 1 year and 5 months now, so he's okay to just stare out the window or play with the toys in the car, and he manages well. But some kids, they don't. It's very individual. It's very, very individual.
When because obviously, I known you for a long time now, and I know that you always loved keeping sharp, not just like physically, but also reading and educating yourself and things like that. Is it when you sorry, where did you, or did you read anything in like on parenthood, or like how did you prepare yourself for
I
being a dad, basically? Like, how did you did you have to, again, like, did you read through stuff? Did you just wait for things to happen? How did it work? Like, how did you plan?
Yeah, it was kind of dangerous because everyone nowadays like has access to the Google, and so we Google shit out of it before you start having a baby. So you Google this, that. Well, but even now, like it's still ongoing process. The kid until it's 15. So you still Googling stuff. Like even if he has a little fever, you don't know what is it. Is it teething, or is it like some virus, or is it normal? Because you don't know. Now with the second kid, we don't read that much about it because we know what to expect. But when you get I'm not comparing Theodore to the oven or whatever, but when you get an oven, you need to learn how it works. Same with a kid, you need to learn with it. Even that you read a manual, you still don't know the buttons. You still don't know how the oven works. So you need to check it out, how the oven works before you try to bake it, and maybe, and again, you fuck up, you fuck up some things for sure on the oven. So we nobody's perfect, so we did some mistakes, when raising him, but you don't even realize the mistakes. You don't even realize, because that's how you go. You just go with the flow. So you learn as he grows, and yeah, you try to do what I think best advice what you can give to anyone. Just do your best. Do your best, and do it your way. Do your way. You don't need to do it by a book. Nobody wants you that to do. That's our way how we want to raise Theodore, but I think do it how you think is the best, and yeah, that's it. That's that. Yeah, and one of I think I just realized it's a couple of weeks ago. Most precious thing what you can give to the child is your attention. Like nobody. If you give your kid a lot of money, if you give them, the materialistic thing, they don't care. They want your attention. If you learn them to appreciate just the material stuff, they don't care about it. That's my opinion. Like the most precious thing you can give to the child is your attention. So yeah.
And what's your obviously, because now this is going to be interesting to see when the the new baby comes along. Have you thought already about that, or like how do you how you gonna like divide, I guess, the attention now, or
Yeah,
you've not?
he will lose some attention, our attention, of course, because he will have to. But again, it's two of us, so we will have to manage somehow. So we will again cover each other. I will cover for Oscar. We will have another boy, by the way. Oscar
Cute.
and Sima will spend some time with Theodore, and vice versa. We will just switch duties most of the time because she we do it traditionally, so she stays at home and I work. Well, I'm lucky enough to have I can work from home, so we can easily because I don't need to commute to work, so we can just switch straight after my shift, so I can look after whoever she
Mm-hmm.
and then she can do her hobbies and stuff like that. And but with attention we will just manage somehow. It's always and I want to, and the reason we wanted the second kid right away. They grew up with each other, so they are roughly the same age. Like there will be a 2 years gap. So
Interesting.
they can play each other. They can help each other. We'll see how that's gonna work out. But
Yeah.
that's the plan, that they're gonna have a lot of fun together.
Oh, that's good. Also, okay, so then a follow-up question. Is the third child gonna be called Livio?
That's a big no-no. I mean, not to the name. I would, because the Oscar is not set in stone. Maybe soon I will change her mind, and we can name the second child Liviu, Mini Popovic. But the big no-no comes to the third child. Two is enough. Two is enough. Two is perfect number. Maybe there was a very short discussion. I want to have a baby girl, but I think the third one, no, that's a big no.
I mean, it's fine, even if it's gonna be a girl, as long as you name her Livio. I don't think she's gonna be happy, but yeah, I just feel
Who
left
cares?
out now. Yeah, as long as my needs are being met, and oh man, that sounds amazing. I think the planning stuff, it makes sense. Again, sometimes, like I said, things don't go to plan. Sometimes you have to readjust. So I'm sure that's a bit, stressful, or a bit like, hard. I mean, I'm sure it's very hard, to be honest. Never been in that situation, but yeah, it all sounds incredible, because I know when we used to, like, when we were living together, things changed so much since then, and it's really
crazy.
interesting to see. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's really really interesting to see how life life changes. And you're saying, with, like, again, with Theodore growing up, and yeah, what's because obviously you were saying before, when you go to, like, a restaurant, you always pick, or like you always look for the ones that have playground, did you say, or what was the word?
Yeah, just like a little playroom, play baby corner maybe.
What's that
Yeah,
like in Czech Republic? Is it a common thing? Is it like, in here, if you remember, when we used to work in restaurants, you had to have, like, a baby chair and stuff like this. Is that, again, is it a standard, basically?
yeah. I think they always been here. I never noticed them
Mm.
because when you don't have that thing, you don't. So if you never had the brand of the car, and now you're considering to buy a brand of the car, you see the car everywhere on the streets. Everywhere. Same with the baby corners in the restaurant. I didn't know that it exists, and now I can see every restaurant doesn't have the baby corners. So it's all about, yeah. Like to answer your question, yes, I think Czech Republic is good for it. Yeah. There's a lot of, even I'm not sure again, when I was in the UK, I didn't have the kid, so I'm not sure how many baby rooms they were there.
Oh, it's fine because I know you when you
So
were working behind the bar, I was on the floor, so I used to see it.
yeah.
Yeah, more often that we have to do it. Now actually, I wanted to ask you on the what does it feel like for you? Because you were talking about a manual earlier. When you're like, if you get an oven, you have to look for the manual of like how to use the oven, how the buttons work, etc. But then, how did you, or like, how do you feel, or like, what again? Yeah, what does it feel like for you to obviously, Theodore, like when you have a young baby, when you have a baby in the first place, they can't talk to you, they can't like point, in their little like manuals, being like, oh, here is what you have to do if this happens. What was it like for you? And I'm talking about more like, how did you feel, or like, how did you come across, learning about Theodore, and learning about like those like little differences, or like the even like the sleeping pattern and things like that. How did it feel for you? You know, uh,
It's a learning process. It's a journey. You don't know how the baby will sleep the first night, second night, and third night, and it changes. Babies and
mm,
even human beings, like
of course,
even
yeah,
adults, they have phases. In your 20s you do this, in your 30s you do this. Same applies for the babies. They come out of the womb. They never had to take the breath, and they need to start breathing on their own. And they are learning. And we need
yeah,
to learn as a responsibility as a parent. It's my responsibility to learn and to adapt and help him to be in this world. So the phases, like your baby will sleep this time and this time for like first
mm,
3 months, and it changes, and you need to adapt to it. Then it doesn't have teeth, so you need to, the food is you need to a lot of breast milk, some mushies, carrots and all that, and then changing. Again, he's eating. He's got some teeth now, and he can eat like solid food, and that changes as well. First couple of months when we started introducing the regular food to him, he didn't
yeah.
want to eat it, and it's normal. He just
Oh,
tried to taste it and spit it. As he spat it out. Then and now he's enjoying the food. So again, you need to adapt to it, and people in their 20s, they don't like olives, and now after a couple of years when you've been trying olive, and then yeah, I like olives. Same for the babies. They are still just exploring the world, the food, the hobbies. You try the things here and there, and yeah. So it's all about respect. Even that's, I think, one of the really bad habits of the parents, especially like the old school parents. They don't respect they treat baby like a baby, and when then they are like 7 or 10, and they still treat me like a baby. They don't let him do things. Now I can see it because we go to a lot of playrooms now, and we
mm-hmm.
see other kids, and the parents there, they don't let them do the things. They don't let them to fall. They don't let them do the mistakes. The one of the most critical things for the babies is to make mistakes, because they need to learn from it. And if you don't let them do the mistake, they never learn, and
Yeah,
they grow up, and they are afraid. They have anxiety. They are afraid to speak publicly. That's one of the, I think, the worst things what you can do to the baby. Don't let them do the mistakes. That's one of the, I think, yeah, because now Theodore, I'm not he's 1 year old, but comparing to other kids, he's not afraid to climb the stairs, and I'm not afraid that he will fall, because he's super careful, because he fell in the past, not badly, not badly, like a bit, not to the point that he will injure himself, but to the point that he felt the pain and he learned from it. I don't want the pain again. I will be careful and I will take the steps very carefully because I hurt myself in the past. And same applies to everything, not just climbing stairs. If he has, I don't know, if he wants to, now I let him to walk on the street from we are living on the uphill, so on the bottom of the hill I let him be there and I will start walking away from him, and he knows that I'm not gonna help him. He will walk, he will walk it. First 10 walks he cried a lot. Now he knows that he can do it. Basically, he knows now that I will not run away from him. I just wait for him on the top of the hill, and he will just, not like crazy fast, but he knows that he will make his way on top, and then we will have some food at home just before lunch and stuff like that. So yeah,
that reminds me of the times when we used to go for runs together.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing, This workout for everyone in my if you need to let people do mistakes and decisions, even if it's bad decision, even if it leads to the mistake, you need to let them do it. Not like if it's not fatal mistake, if it's gonna be okay. Yeah. I jump now out of the window, is it gonna be okay? No, don't jump. But if you're deciding buying for example, just I don't know, shoes, and you think this shoe is right for you, just try to do it. After a month, you realize that was a bad decision. Okay, you're not gonna do it next time, don't you?
Yeah.
So yeah, do the mistakes. That's one of the things you need to embrace in life.
That's amazing.
And a lot of parents nowadays, they don't let the kids do the mistakes. They just try to protect them. Then they are 18 and they are fucked.
Well, funny you say that. Man, that's incredible, and I had a great time. I think we definitely covered some things I had no idea about. I've learned quite a bit, and I'm sure you're learning as you go
every
as well.
Day, man. Every day is a fight. Yeah, every day is a learning lesson. Every single day.
Nice. Is Theodore up now, or is he like taking a midday nap or something?
No, he will have a midday nap in like an hour or so, and now he's having. Oh, let me check. He's having a lunch. I think some potatoes and eggs or whatever.
Nice.
He's getting now.
Nice. He's a very he's a very cute kid.
Every baby is cute. No, let me correct that. Almost every baby is cute. I've seen some kids who were let's call not cute. some babies like, it's cute, and in your head, what the fuck is this? No, but every baby is a pure soul.
That's true. Yeah, that's amazing to have that reminder and to acknowledge that, and like I said, they're their own person, And the thing about giving showing respect to a baby, and still treating them like a person rather than a child, and allowing them to do that's huge. I don't actually remember or talking about it before. So how did you come around that idea?
Well, most of the seminar told me that you need to because my parents, they don't respect me now. They just don't respect me, and because they are Asian, not like my father is not Asian, but you know him, like he's like. But my mother, she's super Asian. She's Vietnamese, and in that culture, kids are not respected. And when they're adults, they are still treated as kids, And so thanks to Simona, she told me this, that I need to respect him. I need to respect Theodore and his time, and it works out amazingly. Like, it's one of the best
Can you
lessons
hear
I
me?
got. And yeah, thanks to Simona, she showed me that if even not just like she taught me like it's like we sat down and you need to do that, but when we got into the relationship, you started getting to know each other. And yeah, and thanks to her, I realized that if I respect you, you respect me, and we make stuff happen for us. It will work out. So one of the key, even in every single relationship, even your friend, your mom, there's important key to the good relationship is mutual respect. Very important, yeah.
That's impressive. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. A good way to go around it. Right. So we had some technical difficulties, but we are back now.
Hello,
Can you hear
hello.
me? Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you. Copy.
Awesome. Okay. That reminds me of the times we used to play Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Yeah. Well, now we know the thing that you were saying about respect earlier was was huge, and it's amazing the way you and Simona think about things. I think like this. It's definitely been very interesting. I've never been in your position, and I know you for a long time, and I know I've seen the things that you've kind of, you're constantly learning and changing and doing things, and it's just it's just amazing, man. And what's is there anything else you want to, I don't know, say a new parent or someone either into climbing or into parenting was listening to this? What would you tell them?
It will sound cheesy, but do the mistakes and you will learn. I did some mistakes in our relationship with Simona. I did some mistakes, and I will make some mistakes during the time when I will be raising Theodore. But embrace the mistake, learn from it, and keep going. So yeah, everything, and especially like the analogy to the climbing. You do the first route, you don't climb it because you don't know the beta, you don't know how to climb it. Do the mistake, get some time to rest, get some time to stay back, and then go back to the gym and try to climb it, and then you will climb it eventually. But you need to learn from it, from the mistakes. That's
Beautiful.
it, yeah.
Well, it's been send my regards. I mean, I've seen Simona when we were chatting a couple of days ago, but say hello from me.
I will.
I'm looking forward to eventually meet Theodore in person once we make some travel plans. And man, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
If anyone wants to, follow your journey, being again an active dad, an outdoorsy dad, where do they find you?
They find me on Instagram, but it's private profile for now, because I don't want to post publicly Theodore's picture. But I'll maybe start considering, because with the climbing stuff happening around our town, I will make some public account as well. So I will update you on that once that happens. But for now, I'm trying to keep my followers in close circle for now because of
Fair
Theodore.
enough.
Yeah.
But well, cool. Anyway, by the time this comes up, we will have many like other catch ups, and then if the profile if you create a whole new profile, and like I said, to incorporate a new project in the hometown with the climbing wall, I'll definitely put it on the bio. Thank you for your time, and yeah, I really enjoyed this.
I really enjoyed it as well. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed the conversation that I had with Dave, and I hope you also enjoyed the transition during the technical difficulties. Bear in mind, my only experience in editing anything like this is only since I started doing the said podcast. So I hope you will give me some credit. I think I handled it pretty well. Yeah, there was a car crash, and we're back. We got back from it, and I hope you appreciated the sound effects. I think it added to the tension, to the last, and closer to the end. It was, yeah. I think, I don't know. I'd give myself an Oscar for it, but who am I to judge? However, I hope you stick around for next week, and share this with your friends, family, anyone you want, even your enemies. I don't judge. I want people to listen to this. It's for everyone. And yeah, subscribe to the podcast. If you have any feedback at all, just drop us a message. And yeah, if you have any cool stories that you want to share, also get in touch. We will work it out. I'll put my email address in the bio, and yeah, my social media, messaging is always open, so you can reach out to me however you prefer. For now, I'm gonna say goodbye and stay skillful. Bye.